my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I hope that you will consider subscribing. I do motherhood, health, fitness, and just everyday life on this channel. So if you're interested in anything like that, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. But today's video is going to be all catered around meal prepping. I like to meal prep just basically because it's easier throughout the day to be able to get meals to my daughter and myself easier without the stress of trying to figure out what we're going to make, what I'm going to cook when I'm limited on time. So if you guys are interested in seeing 3 easy meal prep ideas for your family, then just keep on watching. So first I'm starting off doing a frittata. This is such a great meal prep idea for the morning so that you don't have to spend early mornings trying to cook something for your kid or for yourself. These usually last a few days for me. So I'm making a frittata. I'm just using sweet potato, zucchini, and onion. What I love about frittatas is that you can literally use anything you want.
Trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I let figure out.
So now I'm getting my pan nice and hot, and I'm using coconut oil to oil my skillet. Obviously for these you want to use a oven safe baking or cooking pan so that you can transport that into the oven after your veggies have finished cooking. I put my sweet potatoes down first just because they take longer to get softened. Depending upon your size or the size of your pan, depends on how many eggs you need, but I'm using 5 eggs for this frittata. And what I love also is that my daughter loves eggs. So making a frittata actually saves me on eggs. Instead of using 2 to 4 eggs a day between the both of us, I'm using 5 eggs to last about 3 days. So it's perfect. Now I'm just adding the rest of my veggies into the pan now that the sweet potatoes have cooked for a good amount of time just to get them softened.
Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
I set the oven to 350 so that can start preheating. You can do this earlier, obviously. I'm using this paleo powder to season my vegetables. I love this paleo powder. They have lots of different ones with different types of seasonings in it, and this one is one of my favorite. It gives like a taco or like a Mexican seasoning kind of vibe. So I'm adding my eggs into that pan and letting that get nice and soaked. Oh my god, doesn't that look so good? Jeez. So once I get the eggs in, the pan goes right into the oven, and then I let that bake for about 15 minutes.
Jumping from cliffs so high.
15 minutes
Trusting
is up, and
our wings
we
to
are
fly.
done. That is it, guys.
Sometimes we're crashing down.
So good,
But we
so
get
much
up
flavor,
and start from
and
the
it's
ground.
a nice little cut of a pie each morning. Saves so much time. I absolutely love it. Next, I'm doing a taco casserole. This came out amazing. It was my first time just throwing things together. So first off, I'm starting with cauliflower rice. Obviously, you can either have it pre-riced or rice it yourself as I did, which obviously takes a little bit more time, but it's fresher. I added 1 egg, and then I'm just seasoning the cauliflower with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Now I'm getting a baking dish, and I'm just adding the cauliflower to the bottom of that and pressing it down, kind of packing it in there so it's nice and compact. And while that's working on, I actually used ground turkey in this recipe. So I just cut up some onions, some bell peppers. I put like some pieces of kale in there, and I just cooked up the ground turkey, seasoned it with salt and pepper, and then here I'm just adding tomato sauce in there just to give it some more flavor. Looks so good already. And once that's done, I just add that on top of the cauliflower. Now this you can either add to the ground turkey or do what I did here. Probably adding it to the ground turkey would be easier, but I'll just use some organic black beans because obviously taco vibes, Mexican food vibes, can't have no beans. That looks so good. So I have the oven on 350 still from the previous meal, and I'm just putting that in there for about 30 minutes. Now I'm making my Chipotle mayo sauce. So all you're gonna need is some mayo, some chili powder, and I'm using the Siete Chipotle sauce. It came out so good, guys. Like, I am going to be putting this on everything. And then I just added a little bit of salt at the end as well. Also, you can add water. I added a little bit of water just to thin it out so that it's easy to drizzle. If you just want to use it more of like a dipping sauce, then that's fine. You don't need to add the water, but I wanted to drizzle it. So I added a little bit of water just so that it was a little runnier. Guys, look at that. Jeez. So my last meal is a sheet pan meal. This is pretty common for most people who meal prep, but I love just having a bunch of veggies, having some kind of meat, which is usually chicken, and then my daughter loves sweet potatoes, so I love to just make sure that I have some sweet potatoes as well. So one pan sheet pan meals are so convenient. You literally can get so much food cooked in one little sitting, and you have a complete meal. You have your protein, you have veggies, you can add whatever you need to have your fats. It's just a perfect, quick and easy meal. So I use carrots, zucchini, and squash. I have some chicken thighs here, and also in another pan I did the sweet potatoes, which I didn't show, but I did have sweet potatoes. Now I'm just drizzling oil. I'm adding some salt and pepper, some garlic powder. I use some Italian seasoning, and then I do end up squeezing some lemon juice just to add and enhance the flavor. It actually came out amazing, and it's so good. So now I'm just making sure I massage all that in so all that goodness gets on everything. And here I am rolling out my lemon. That helps the juices flow a little bit easier. I could have used my my citrus squeezer, but you know, hashtag no more dishes. And I just put that on 400, and I let that bake for about 45 minutes. Guys, perfection. Hi guys, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I super appreciate it. I hope you guys got some kind of inspo or inspiration or ideas from these meal prep ideas that I showed you guys. They're really good recipes, so that is a plus. Like, you don't have to worry about them being nasty, and then they're healthy. They're all paleo based because that's kind of the lifestyle we live here. But I'm not gonna ramble on. Thank you again so much. If you're interested in more content from me, follow me on my Instagram. I also have a blog that I'm gonna be uploading way more often starting 2020. I have all kind of goals this year for my social media platforms. So if you guys want to see more of me, stop it, mom problems. If you guys want to see more content from me, which I hope that you do, ignore my child over there acting crazy. Also subscribe below, hit the bell notification so that you're notified when I post, and leave me a comment if you have any more ideas for meal prepping, if you have some stuff I don't know about that I can get some inspo from, or if you have any questions about any of the recipes that I showed, then just go ahead and leave them down below and I'll get back with you, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. But until then, remember to rejoice always, pray continually, and I'll catch you in the next one.